Hello my sweet friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to decorate my own little mini stamps, and I'm going to show you everything that I've accumulated around on my desk to make that possible, so that way I can give you ideas if you want to do something like this. First of all, I want to thank Michelle from Seaweed Kisses. She was recommending this punch. As you can see, is a stamp punch. Now I have done my stamp images myself without a punch. I've taken a pinking shear and I've cut it to the size and decorated the edges, but it's not the same. This would look like a real stamp, right? So I already tested and I feel like it's very good and it's strong. So this is the one thing, and then I'm gonna need a stamping block. You have to excuse in my desk, they're uninvited guests, like little tiny ants that I keep on trying to take out. The next thing I'm gonna use is some paper that I've inked with distress ink. I like to do the green and the blue together, and I like this effect that it gets here. See that? So I'm gonna use some of this. I'm also gonna use this. And for those men that are in my channel, visiting my channel, this is a female pad box cover where you open it. So I just took this because of the decorative part of it, but you can use this too. You can punch this out, and I'll show you in a little bit. I'm also going to be using some watercolor paper that I have done, that it's already distressed. As you can see, I have a dog here. This is for fodder purposes, but I only did one dog. And I also inked this one and I didn't do anything else with it. So I'll be using this. Another thing that I'll be using is numbers, tiny numbers. So I didn't have enough space here, as you can see. But I have some tiny ones here and then tiny ones here. I should put them all, the tiny ones together. To be honest. And I also have really tiny letters, and I'll be using wooden stamps that can also give me a little bit of distress. Even though the stamp is going to be tiny, you can add a little bit distress to it and it will give it some character. Then the stamps that I want to try to use, whichever inspires me first, but I'm going to show you everything that I took out, is this one from Sweet Miss Stacy. The designer is Anna White, and that's the name of her channel as well. So as you can see, we get numbers here, stamping from postal. Okay, so that's what I was looking for, a little bit of words. This is normally my favorite stamp. This is from the dollar store. They have this one right here that I might want to use. And then let's see which other one here. They also have this one also from the dollar store that is totally different. This one is from ZF Party Hen, and you can use this little part right here for the stamp. I don't have the company, but I think it's from Globeland, this one, if not from Z Party Hen as well, but I didn't write it here. So this one is just all postal numbers, and see right there, that one is tiny. Bless you, Bella. And then that one. Okay, then you also have this one here that I can use. That one is from Globeland. Just back you up just a tiny bit. There. Let's see. This one. These. We can use these, right? This one doesn't have anything, and that one doesn't have anything. Okay, but then check this out, from the dollar store, and guess what? They're all stamps. So all I have to do is just stamp them and punch them out. And I think I'm going to start with this one. So let's do that. So I'm kind of excited because it gives me an opportunity to play a little bit. This whole week is all about appointments and making sure my daughter is okay. And my son is going to have dental work on. As you can see, this is the one from this one jumped off my lap. Okay, I see it on the floor. Just give me 1 second. Okay, see that right there? Isn't that pretty? And that was from that, and nobody could ever tell where this one came from, right? So that's the good part about it. Let's do this area right here. And like I said, this is like a cardstock. It's very there. Look how pretty that is. And if you don't want to use the bright color, then you can use the back one and check that out. So there is that. Let's try the distressed one. And I'll be recording this. I will try to get as much done now, and then when I come back from the appointments, I will continue recording. But you won't be able to tell the difference between one recording and the other one. So, okay, so let's get some Eiffel Towers. Let's see how it works out. So, I don't know if you're going to be able to find this at the dollar store, but they still selling some stamps. And I'm going to use the brown because of the color of this one here. Or maybe not. Hold on. Let me use this one. It's called Plum. Let's use Plum and see how that turns out. So I hope you're all doing good. Like I said, it's been hectic for me. Let's see. That's really nice. Now, am I going to be able to cut it out? Let's see if I turn it around. Let me cut it. Let me stamp it again the other side because I'm still not going to toss it out. Let me just, I like that plum. And I use a foam, you know, a thick foam to help with my stamping. And I'm still not even perfect, but let's see. I'm trying to see. This is not as far as it goes, so I'm gonna have to cut. I'm gonna try to see. I mean, if it doesn't work, then at least you know that it didn't work. But what if it does work, you know? Let's see how it goes in. At least the image. Let's get the image in there. Here we go. there goes that. Okay, so you will miss this part of the lining right here, that decor, but that would have been okay if you're just going to use scissors. But now that I'm using the stamp, I am going to stamp image from this here. I'm looking for something that I can actually place on the stamp. It's gonna be between, where is it? Oh, let me see if this one is small. Let's see if it's small. I'm looking for this one. Let's see if it's small, because looks are deceiving. See, the heart is not tiny as it looks there, and this one is too big, so that is no good. Okay, so let's try the tiny one. I'm looking for the lines and the little circles, so let's see. I got, yeah, why not? Let's do this one. See that right there? Eiffel Tower as well, and it's tiny. And I'm pretty sure all I have to do is just ink that little corner and then place it like that on top. Things you gotta do. I have to come up with these things. Let's just do it right here. I don't need to. There. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And now I need to get my little stampy right here, and let's just ink it right on top there. Hallelujah. Okay, that's very good. Very good. See that? It changed. It's already looking like a stamp right there. So let's see, should I put like 15 or 25 cents? Because I really don't know. I know it probably is euros, but it's chatita. My stamps are imaginary. Let's do 25. I'm not even gonna look and do it in a certain way. Right here. I'm decorating my own stamp. There. Isn't that cute? What can we do with these? Now this one is shiny on this side, and this one is not shiny on this one. So let's start with a number. Let's do 75, because it could be anything you want, right? Anything I want. There. That's kind of cute. 75. And let's just add something to the top. I'll start going crazy stamping all these goodies on here. Okay, I don't need a lot of this, right? Just a little and just a little there. Starting to look like a stamp. Not yet, Poppy. I'm still recording, honey. Yeah, it's okay. I'm looking for a design. This is way too big as well. This is not gonna work. Let's look for another circle that it could be small. I think I can put this one there. Let's try that one. Even though this one says December. And let's just ink a little bit. This one, I just want the circle. I don't need to do anything else. Just grab my circle and then just stamp it. Maybe with the word post. And let's just stamp and see what happens. There you go. There goes another stamp. Will it take the very shiny side? Let's see. I'm going to be using the same color because it does almost match. So let's see. No. Shiny part? Nope. It doesn't do it. And let me show you why. See that? Without realizing, I basically changed the color on it. So a shiny surface would need a different kind of stamp. I'm thinking a SeaweedKisses. Let's see. Let's try it. SeaweedKisses. And I probably won't have to be able to touch it, but that's okay. It's not supposed to be a clear image because it's not. There you go. There you go. That one. I won't be able to touch it. There you go. I'm just not gonna touch it right now. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. All right. What else can I do? Let's stamp these images. Let me put this back. And let's get a different image. Let's do the flower one. It's stuck because I haven't used it, so it's kind of hard to take it out. As you can see, it's kind of scary because it feels like it might tear it. Oh, all right, let's just do just do this one. This one is from the dollar store. Not going to worry about the edge. Clear image. Bless you, my child. You know what's kind of funny? That every time I'm recording, Letty sneezes. All right. So let's see. I feel like I can push it a little bit more. Let's see right here. Let's just do it right there. Right there. There's the stamped image. let's just paint it. And I didn't have that in mind. I do love the blue and green distressing to mix together. I'm gonna bring over my coloring pencil. All right, so let's do green for, because that to me looks like leaves. Puppy, what time is it? Okay. I'm gonna have to stop recording in a little bit. Okay, there goes the leaves. Let's do a pink one maybe? Kind of fuchsia flower. Here. Now that's pretty. I'm gonna put a number right next to it. Let's kick in some let's do a tiny set number. I don't know about what, 45-cent stamp? I don't know. 45. So where I put it, I'm gonna put it right on top here. 4, and then 5.45. All right, I have to stop recording, and I will be back when I come back from the appointment. See you in a bit. Okay, let's continue. That was a 2 hours experience, and I don't have to go back next week because the dentist took care of all the fillings at once. So he doesn't even have to get a root canal done, which is a good thing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be knocked out for a little bit. So I'm gonna be continuing to work. Now, I'm not gonna show you the other ones yet because I inked them, but I'm gonna continue working a little bit here, distressing it just a little bit, just a touchy little bit. I'm working with the vintage photo, okay, and as you can see, I didn't use the punch in here, so I'm trying to give you alternative. If you do find that stamp from the dollar store, the one that I showed you that I had all the stamps in it, let me just, this one, then you don't have to use the punch. I cut it really close, so you get that little, you know, the little, I guess it's supposed to be like little dents or scalloped little edges. So I got this little mini stamp, and what I want to do is just, I want to stamp, let me use this and my foamy, and I'm going to use vintage photo, and I'm just gonna put the word love, L, O. V. E. Okay, and then okay, this goes with this stamp set. Guys, like I said, I have like a little bit of mess everywhere. Just stamp. This is how the stamp looks like, and this is how the effect that it's giving it. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so now I want to use this stamp right here, and I want to use just a little bit of the waves, this waves. So let's use that because I feel like this is tiny. This is good. You see that? So get my stamp block. Boop. I'm gonna do vintage photo again, and then just stamp. I'm not doing the whole circle in the way there, and then the little waves. Just want a little bit. I don't need to get the whole thing out. Just a little bit, and that's that. There. So now you get the gist of what I'm trying to do here. See? Now, can we put a number like 50 cents? Sure. Why not? Let's do 50 cents, and then let's use StazOn ink black. That way it will stand out from the red and the brown. So let's see, the number 50. Kind of like the little stamp sets. I wish they were smaller though. I don't know why. Much smaller than what I'm using right now. But I am actually gonna mix the other tiny blocks. That's a heart. Where's the number? I'm trying to find the number 0. It's 5. Oh, it's kind of weird. Can't seem to find number 0. Let's see. So I'm going to use another number, maybe 55. I don't know if there's a stamp that is number 55, but I can't find the 0 on the stamp set, so that's okay. And this is just a matter of making your own stamp. Now let's do 55 here, and then 55. Oh yes, look at that. Oh my goodness, so cute. I like that. And then I'll take, let me cover this up, and I'll take the vintage photo and ink the edges. That is so darn cute. So it's got the word love. It's 55. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that neat? I like that. All right, let's do another one. Let's do a blank one. Something that it doesn't have any design on, and you want to put its design on it. So let's do a stamped. So this I'm considering blank. Let's punch it out. This is really stiff watercolor paper, and I like that I'm able to punch through it. All right, there. So what can we do to this one? Let's do a small design. Let's look at the creating your own design, right? Let's create our own design and make our own little stamp. This is also from the dollar store, and I'm thinking about using this tiny little book right here. Okay. Unfortunately, when it comes to the dollar store, it doesn't give you a name. You just see the design and that's it. So this one has let's see what it has here. It has a tiny book. It has this right here, the bottle, the car, the vintage typewriter, the clock. I don't know, it's like a bell or something. This looks like a air balloon. So yeah, I am going to make a little cute design of the book using vintage photo. I don't want it to there. Okay, that's good. That's good. Then we're just going to give it a little stamp on the top, and let's see at the edge. I'm gonna use this plum, and I'm not doing the whole stamp. I'm just doing a little bit because I just want to put it right up here. There. Okay, that's good. That's good. Then I'm going to distress it a little bit with the vintage photo and give it that. There you go. There's got a little distress going on. Then we are going to use again this right here. I'm going to use plum for that. And just a little bit. It doesn't have to do like a lot, just a little there, just a little bit. And then we'll put a number. We'll put a number. Do 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 do. So this is fun. It gives me an opportunity to get my mind away from issues. So, does Carmen have issues? Oh yeah. Carmen has issues. Carmen has issues. Okay, so let's do a 29-cent stamp. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's this little 29. Oh, well, it says 99. We can do that. Let's do a 99-cent stamp. And I saw this. It's a little tiny little beady heart. Should I use plum? No, I'm not gonna use. I'm gonna use the stays on black for the tiny little heart. It's gonna stand out there. And then number 99 for the number of the stamp. And again, there you go. Now I think that helps a little bit. I'm going to ink the edges. That's good. And I'm taking, I don't know if you recall, I took one of those jelly from 5 and Below, these gel pens. I'm gonna fill in the heart. And voila. Let's do one more, and this is gonna be the last one. So let's see what I can find to accommodate here. Okay, let's see. Alright. I'm still looking. I'm still looking. Oh, I see something, but I don't feel like I would like to place that. Let's just do a little plant. These are from DT Leaves. So this is Dollar Tree as well. Yeah, why not? And I'm gonna use this one. This is from Dollar Tree. Okay. Looks like it has some tiny little berries. Oh, be nice to just I'll be using the same stamp over again, but I'm going to put first this, and I'm going to change the color. Let's see if I have something here. All right, let's try this one. Let's try this one. Okay, doesn't have to go all the way down. There you go. Oh, I like that. And remember that gel pen? The red one? Did I put it back in here? Let's see. Guys, you should see the mess that I have here. Lord have mercy. Let's do the, this is from the 5 and Below. This was also a recommendation from Michelle from Seaweed Kisses. And yeah. Here. Oh, like red berries, you know? Making it like red berries. It's looking nice. These pens are so juicy. Very juicy. I like them. Okay, that's done. Let's put again, let's stamp the edge. Let's stamp the edge with this one, and let's use I'm gonna use the brown one this time. Just edge it right there, and again the zigzaggy lines, and I'm gonna put it right on the top. There you go. And let's take a number for the stamp. This is hard keeping all these numbers like this, but I am going to do black stays on so it can stand out the number. Otherwise it's not going to stand out. I can see it and you can see it if it only stands out enough. So if the color was too dull, it would not stand out, but I'm making it pop with the black, and that's how it would look. And then I'm always gonna ink the edges, and it's gonna help it pop the whole thing. Now that one, we could do another distressing. There you go. And I need to find, I was using it a few minutes ago. Let's see, where is that? Hey, this, I kind of liked it. Let's do it again up here. And let's do the red. There you go. So let's recap on what we're doing today. That was my son. Okay, let's recap. All right, I'm putting everything away. What I did. Okay, we use different stamps from different companies, so it doesn't really matter. If you're good at drawing, if you want to create your own little stamps like that, go for it. But I'm always, you know, you could doodle and you create like a little faux stamp like that. But look how cute this is. Let me just bring one of these. I don't know if this is gonna create any glare, but I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna give it to you so you can see it very close. Let me see if I can give you a close-up. There you go. There. Here on this one. I don't know which side is more dirtier, but this is always my bad. That right there. I think that's cute. Oh, wait. Let's use this. It's not as dirty. There you go. Okay. So just take a look at what we just did. Okay. This one is, if you find the images, then you can, you know, make it look like a stamp yourself, and then just use the scissor and cut around it, right? This is from the feminine pad. I did the shiny part. It's dry. That's the back part. Either or, you can punch out from anything that you have. Anything that you like colors. Like if you find a magazine and you like the colors on a certain corner of the magazine, use that. These are made with stamps. See that? The ink, the edges have been inked. There goes that one. That was done with the Dollar Tree one. I cut the edges. There's another thing that I want to do to show you the difference. I think it's in here. Okay, I have to look for a fine liner. Let's use a brown fine liner. Yeah, I think that's gonna help a little bit better on the creations that we just did. Yes, let's do this. These are Bianco sketch liners, and the color is sepia, so basically it's like brown. You know how the stamps have straight line going down, so just mimic that. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is your creation. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm never looking for perfection. See that one? Let's do this one. So the color is sepia, so it blends very well with whatever I'm doing here. I'm just tracing the little line, going up and down. The line that I had to punch out because the stamp was a little bit bigger. I think this one is turned out really cute. This is a 45-cent one. Let's just draw the little line. Use coloring pencils. If you have alcohol markers, go for it. See that? So I'm basically mimicking this on the stamp from the dollar store, that straight line and then the little scalloped edges. So I'm placing my own straight line because my little punch created for me the scalloped edges. And I think that should give it a look of a stamp with these little lines right here. There you go. So that's it. Oh, I think I have one more. You have to excuse my granddaughter is coming from school. The dogs get excited. There. No perfection. No perfection. There you go. So that's it. And now, after I'm done with you guys, I have to clean this and put it back where it was, because my table is only 2 by 2. So let's face it, I got a big mess on this table. So I hope you like what we created today and that you feel inspired. Look at that. Wouldn't that be cute? Like on your own envelope that you make and put these babies there. I think they turned out pretty. What do you think? So that's it. Hopefully you are inspired and then you come back and visit me again on my crafty corner. And as always, stay safe and craft away. Bye, my friends.